There's a subtle rhythm pulsing in the background of your life right now, like a soft whisper you can't quite place. Someone's out there, not too far away, carrying a quiet spark for you. Their presence hums just beyond your notice, close enough to sense, but not yet clear enough to name. They're watching you, not in a shadowy way, but with a kind of wonder that catches their breath. You've stirred something in them, something raw and real, and it's got them a little rattled. The sort of stepping closer to you feels huge, not because they're unsure, but because they're so sure, more than they ever expected to be. They're not afraid of you. They're afraid of what might happen if they let their guard down. They've got layers, stories, dreams, vulnerabilities, and the idea of showing you all of that? It's daunting. They wonder, what if you see me, really see me, and it's not enough? What if this feeling isn't mutual? But don't get it twisted. This isn't someone who's careless or impulsive. They're deliberate, reflective, maybe even a bit cautious, because their feelings for you run deep, deeper than you might guess. Before we dive deeper, take a second to let this sink in. They laid traps, but you built skyscrapers. They wanted you to snap, but you soared instead. You didn't just dodge their mind games, you flipped the script without breaking a sweat. This isn't just a pep talk, it's your wake-up call. If you're feeling that spark inside, that's no accident. Drop a comment if you've ever let silence outshine revenge. Subscribe to Vibe with those who move with purpose, not drama. Share this if you've outgrown the chaos they thought would break you. Hang tight, because we're about to lay out the roadmap to make them wish they never messed with your energy. Let's roll. They see something in you that lights up the world. It's not just the way you move through a room, but the way your energy glows from within. You don't need to shout to be noticed. Your quiet strength speaks volumes. You don't chase attention. It follows you. It's like you bring life to the grayest moments, painting them with colors most people can't even see. That's rare, magnetic, unforgettable. You've got this core of resilience, shaped by everything you've been through, and it shines. Your joy is a beacon, your authenticity a shield. And while some might miss it, the right ones, they see it for what it is, pure magic. This person feels that magic, and even if they're keeping their distance, fading into the background, it's only because they don't want to disrupt your flow. They respect you, maybe even hold you in awe. They're treading carefully, trying to figure out how to approach something this big without stumbling. But their feelings, they're growing, steady and strong, like roots under the surface. There's something brewing, a gentle electric pull that feels like it's meant to be. Nothing's fully unfolded yet, but the air is charged with possibility. They see you as one of a kind, a treasure they didn't expect to find. For some, it's like they're standing in front of a jar of the sweetest cookies, tempted to reach out but scared it might vanish if they do. Are they allowed to want this, to want you? Whether they're someone you know or just orbiting your world, they're captivated. They're trying so hard not to step on your path, not to disturb your peace, because they can sense you're not just anyone. You're the one they've been waiting to meet, even if they're only now realizing it. There's someone out there caught in a tug of war between longing and caution, their heart leaning toward you while their mind urges them to hold back. Your vibe, your essence, the way you move through the world, It pulls them in like a flickering flame in the dark. But even as they're drawn closer, a quiet voice inside whispers, "Slow down, stay steady, don't rush this." To them, you're like a jar of warm, freshly baked cookies perched just out of reach, tempting, irresistible, but reaching for one feels like stepping into unknown territory. They tell themselves to stay cool, to trust their gut, but there they are, teetering on the edge, stealing glances, lingering on thoughts of you, savoring those fleeting moments that feel like almost. Don't expect a big cinematic moment, no grand gestures or poetic declarations. Their feelings simmer, soft and steady, a glow rather than a blaze. Their hints are subtle, easy to overlook if you're not tuned in. Maybe they're the first to react to your story. A quick like that betrays their eagerness. Maybe they drop a casual comment, playful but guarded, with just enough spark to hint at more. Or maybe they catch your gaze for a split second before looking away, their heart racing. These are their cautious dips into the cookie jar, tiny reaches hoping you'll notice and give them a sign. It's almost charming, their shy dance of wanting to be seen but fearing they'll misstep. They're holding back, not because they doubt you, but because they doubt themselves, worried their feelings might not be returned, that they won't measure up, or that one wrong move could shatter the delicate balance. You've likely crossed paths with them more than once, maybe daily. They could be the coworker who always swings by your desk with a flimsy excuse, the barista who knows your order by heart but still asks, or that familiar face in your circle who's always nearby but never quite alone with you. When you enter a room, their world tilts, their calm unravels, their pulse quickens, their hands don't know where to land. Every word, every look, every pause, they replay it all, overanalyzing, second-guessing. You unravel them, effortlessly and completely, not because they're lost, but because you make them feel. You stir something vulnerable, vivid, alive. Their thoughts of you aren't just fleeting. They're a pull, like gravity, tying their orbit to yours. It's not just that you're attractive. You're magnetic, undeniable, a force that lingers long after you're gone. You shift the air when you walk in, not by demanding attention, but by owning your space. Your confidence is quiet but unshakable. Your presence a statement without a single word. You don't chase or wait. You move with purpose, like a hawk slicing through the sky, focused and fierce. That's what captivates them, and it's what keeps them on edge. The moment they saw you, something clicked. They didn't just see someone striking or strong. They saw someone unforgettable, someone whose energy feels like it was always meant to cross theirs. And while they're playing it cool, deep down, you've got them nervous in the best, most thrilling way. Someone's out there, keeping their distance, trying to time the perfect moment to step closer, if they can ever muster the courage. You've got this spark, a quiet blaze that radiates from deep within, and it's got them captivated. You don't just speak your truth, you live it, with a rare mix of gentleness and grit that feels effortless. Your laughter lights up a room, but there's a depth to you, moments of quiet, a flicker of weariness in your smile, the way you stand a bit prouder when you know eyes are on you. This person sees it all, catching details you might not even realize you're showing. They're careful though, staying subtle, not wanting to give themselves away while they figure out how to get close without losing their cool. Their feelings for you are like a secret they can't quite keep. They try to play it safe, to keep their feet on the ground, to not let their heart run wild. But then you pop up. Maybe it's a post, a glance, that laugh of yours echoing across the room. And suddenly they're back at square one, pulled toward you but too nervous to act. To them, you're both a dream and a challenge, something they crave but fear wanting too much. You're like that jar of warm cookies on the shelf they keep circling, telling themselves to walk away, even as their fingers itch to reach out. Every time they hold back, they secretly hope you'll notice, maybe even make the first move, cracking open the door they're too shy to knock on. It's not just your charm or your presence that hooks them, it's your untamed spirit. You don't dim your light to blend in. You don't wait for a green light to shine. Sure, you might pause for a second, wondering what others think, but then you let it go, slipping back into your rhythm, your truth, your fire. That raw, unfiltered energy doesn't just draw people in, it shakes them up. Most don't know what to do with someone so bold, so alive, but this person, they're spellbound. They know how rare it is to find someone like you, fearless, vibrant, unapologetically you. They might not say it yet, but their quiet gestures, every quick like, every stolen glance, every hesitant pause, scream it. I see you. I'm drawn to you. I just don't know how to handle something this bright. Sometimes they wonder if you even see them. Maybe they feel like an extra in your story, always watching, hoping you'll turn and notice they've been there all along. Because, to them, they get you in ways you might not realize. They see beyond the bold surface, catching your strength, your layers, the softness tucked beneath your fire. They're quietly rooting for you, waiting for the day you see what they see. Someone who truly gets you, who's ready to embrace both the blaze and the quiet moments, just waiting for a chance to step out of the shadows. And here's the thing, this person's gearing up to try again. They're about to slide back into your orbit, dropping hints to catch your eye, but they're nervous, terrified you won't feel the same. Their feelings are big, romantic, undeniable. They're smitten, drawn to you like a magnet, and they're planning a subtle move. But if you miss it or don't respond, they'll shrink back, stung and second-guessing. It's wild how much you affect them without even trying. There's someone out there whose heart races at the thought of you, but something's holding them back, like an invisible tether of doubt or fear, keeping them from spilling their truth. Their attraction to you is electric. Seriously, they get butterflies just picturing you. But there's a catch. They're wrestling with their own insecurities, worried about coming off too eager or exposed. Let's dive deeper with a fresh tarot-inspired lens to uncover who this person is at their core, what's drawing them to you, and what's keeping them at arm's length. This person's feelings for you are intense, a quiet storm brewing beneath their calm exterior. They're not just casually interested, you've got them trembling, caught up in a mix of awe and nerves. They might not get your humor or fully grasp the layers of who you are, but they're trying to. There's a sense they've been watching you from the sidelines, maybe even while you were tied up in another relationship, patiently waiting for the right moment to step forward. It's kind of sweet, honestly. They think you deserve the world, and they're hesitant to offer anything less. At their soul level, this person is complex, shaped by shadows and resilience. They've walked through some dark chapters. Think tough childhood moments, toxic patterns, or relationships that left scars. They're working hard to rise above it, shedding old habits and inner struggles like a snake shedding skin. But those experiences have left them guarded. They're terrified of seeming needy or weak, so they hold back, carefully curating how they show up. If they're on social media, you might see a polished version of them, a mask that hides the raw, real stuff underneath. Maybe they've made tough choices in the past, maybe even skirted some moral lines to get by, or they're juggling a double life of sorts, keeping their true self tucked away. It's not about deceit, it's about survival, about protecting a heart that's been bruised before. You, though, you're a constant in their mind, woven into their quiet moments. When they're bored, daydreaming, or lost in a creative spark, you're there. They've pictured a life with you, not just the big, shiny moments, but the small, tender ones too, even the messy, bittersweet days. You're not just a crush, you're a vision of something real, something lasting. But if you called them out on it, they'd probably fumble, cheeks flushing, words tripping over themselves, maybe even pulling back out of sheer embarrassment. Deep down, though, they'd be relieved, secretly thrilled, you noticed, because they're craving a sign you feel something too. Here's the deeper truth. This person carries heavy emotional baggage, family wounds, past pain, or life's hard knocks. They're not trying to dump that on you, and they'd hate to weigh you down, but it's part of who they are. Their energy is calming, grounding, but it comes with layers, complexity that's not always light or easy. If you open a door to them, loving them means embracing that depth, holding space for their struggles alongside their warmth. It's not a red flag, but it's a reality check. You'd need to be sure you're ready to meet them where they are, not just where you wish they'd be. As for what's next, they're gearing up to make a move, subtle, tentative, but real. They'll drop a hint, maybe a comment, a glance, or a small gesture, hoping you'll catch it. But they're scared. Scared you won't reciprocate. Scared they'll misread the vibe. If you don't notice or respond, they'll retreat, licking their wounds, feeling like they misstepped. You hold more power over their heart than you realize, and it's wild how deeply you've already stirred them. There's a shift brewing for this person, like the universe is spinning a new chapter into motion, a wheel of fortune vibe, full of change and possibility. Spiritually, they're at a crossroads and you're a big part of that turning point. The big question for some of you is, does this person fit into your story for the long haul? If they do, they could reshape your world in a quiet, profound way. But if the timing's off or it doesn't feel right, it's okay to gently let it pass. This person's got a protective streak, guarding their heart and the people they cherish with a fierce loyalty. They've got a spark, bubbly, fiery, with a sharp edge that comes out when they're hungry. The advice here? Just roll with it. For some of you, this connection feels fated, like it's guided by something bigger, especially if it's tied to a public moment or a greater purpose. This person admires you deeply. But here's the thing, you're not the judging type. You're so grounded in your truth, so authentic, that you'd never look down on someone just trying to find their way. Still, they're holding back, hungry to get their life in order first to protect you and themselves. Maybe they've cut ties with toxic family drama, walked away from draining relationships, or found clarity about what was dimming their light. It's like the universe is weaving connections in wild ways, like me stumbling across a ring today that somehow feels tied to someone I'm longing to love deeply. For some of you, it's the same with this person. They seem like you're their destiny, someone they're meant to eat fully, to grow old with by. They believe they get you, it's in a way, even if you don't know them. It's intense, right? You're out there, living their life, barely noticing, while they're quietly doing everything to approach a table the right way. Today feels heavy with meaning, like there's a reason behind it all. Nothing's random. This person might be someone meant to eat you into your orbit, to support you. You could even be the one helping them, maybe by healing, maybe from past pain, old habits, or whatever challenges they're facing. They might not want to come off to ask for your help, needing help, because it's just not how they'd operate or what they believe. It's not because they don't feel needy. You'd be amazed how often you cross into their thoughts, not just fleeting, but deep ones. They're daydreaming or in a creative spark. You're there like a dream woven through their mind. They've dreamed up a life with you. Big celebrations, quiet everyday moments, even the bittersweet ones. They see you as more than just a passing crush. You're the possibility of something lasting. If you were to confront them about this, there's a good chance they'd freeze up, maybe get flustered or embarrassed, maybe even try to pull away. But underneath that reaction, they'd be relieved, happy even, because the truth is, they've been waiting. Here's the wild part. Everything's connected. Like me picking up a ring today, feeling it's tied to someone I'm meant to love, it's the same for this person with you. They see you as their destiny, someone to love deeply, to build a life with, to grow old beside. They feel like they get you in a way no one else does, even if you barely know them. Crazy, right? You're out there, living carefree, hardly noticing, while they're quietly moving mountains to approach you, right? Today feels charged, like there's a deeper purpose at work. Nothing's random. Not today, not ever. There's someone out there who feels like they're meant to be in your life, like a quiet star guiding you. Or maybe you're the one guiding them. You could be the key to helping them heal from old wounds, past struggles, or heavy karma they've carried for years. But here's the deal. They'd never ask for your help. It's not in their nature to lean on anyone or seem like a burden. They're too proud, too guarded, to reach out like that. This person's been through the ringer, especially growing up. There's a strong sense of a tough or even toxic mother figure casting a long shadow over their life. That kind of emotional baggage doesn't just vanish, it shapes how they trust, how they love, how they move through the world. Right now, they're piecing themselves back together, especially when it comes to money. Their finances might be rocky, not because they're careless, but because they've been stuck in a cycle of heavy, draining energy for so long. The good news? They're climbing out of it, bit by bit, rebuilding their foundation. And as they do, they're circling back to you thinking, this is it, this is my person, I've got to try again. Their feelings for you, they're all in, completely captivated. It's not just your looks, it's your voice, your vibe, the way you carry yourself. The smallest things like how you sip your water, laugh, or walk, stop them dead in their tracks. You've got this understated magic that lives in the everyday moments and it's got them hooked. There's chemistry here, no question. You feel it too, even if it's faint. But they're keeping their cards close, emotions locked tight under layers of self-protection. Those wounds from their past make them wary of being too open, too vulnerable. Instead of laying it all out, "You're amazing, I want you," they swallow it, held back by fear or old habits. You might sense this push and pull dynamic. Even if it's not crystal clear, they're still healing, still finding their footing. Their confidence is a work in progress, but they're charging up, rebuilding their sense of self. Once they feel solid, they'll make a move. Subtle, of course, because that's their style. You might not even notice their signals. They're masters at hiding their heart. When you miss those quiet hints, it stings them. They don't show it, but it hurts, sometimes leaving them frustrated or quietly heartbroken. Still, they don't give up. They bottle up the storm inside and hold on to hope, believing deep down that there's a real shot for something beautiful to grow between you. There's someone in your orbit who's quietly yearning to get closer, their heart tugging toward you, even if their words don't say it outright. You might catch it in the little things, their small gestures, the way they linger in your presence, the subtle shifts in their energy when you're around. They care deeply, more than you might realize. If you're starting to pick up on these hints, even faintly, just pause and notice. For them, this connection isn't casual, it's real, heavy with meaning. They're emotionally invested, even if they seem distant or a bit melancholic at times, especially when they feel unseen or misunderstood. Yet, no matter how much they doubt, they keep circling back to the hope of something more with you. They've already pictured it: late night talks, shared moments, a life woven together. Even when they pull away, that vision pulls them right back. They're caught in an emotional loop, like waves lapping at the shore. They inch forward, opening up in soft, vulnerable ways. A quick comment, a shy glance, then suddenly retreat, feeling exposed, maybe even embarrassed, like they've shown too much. They overthink, wrestling with self-doubt, but they always come back, trying again. It's not about playing games, it's about fear, insecurity, and feelings so big they don't know how to voice them. But don't mistake their hesitation for chaos. This person's got structure, a grounded way about them. They're intentional, maybe even a bit particular about their routines, their space, their life. When they choose something or someone, it's deliberate. You're not just a passing thought. They've already carved out a place for you in their mind, their heart, maybe even their future. This inner tug of war wears them down, and if you've been feeling restless lately, like your thoughts keep drifting to someone for no clear reason, that's no coincidence. You're likely sensing their energy, even subconsciously. This unspoken tension hangs between you, a quiet heaviness, like words waiting to be said, a connection aching to be acknowledged. The energy around this person is shifting, like a dam finally starting to crack. They've been stuck in a quiet limbo, hesitating, holding back, but that's changing. Picture the Hanged Man reversed in a tarot spread, where the upright card whispers of pause and surrender. The reversal signals movement, clarity, the end of waiting. They're waking up, realizing silence has only kept them from what they truly want, you. The fog is lifting, and they're ready to act. Expect to hear from them soon. It might be a subtle text that carries more weight than it seems, a call out of the blue, or even a chance encounter that feels like the universe pulling strings. Maybe they'll reappear through a mutual friend or a shared space, but whatever form it takes, it's coming fast, likely within days, not weeks. The energy is moving and it's real. Now, the ball's in your court. This is where your power shines. Don't let fear, old wounds, or nostalgia steer you. Pause and listen to your gut. Does this connection feel like it aligns with who you are now? Does the idea of reconnecting spark joy, curiosity, a sense of possibility? If it feels light, healthy, and exciting, lean into it gently, let it unfold naturally, without forcing or rushing. True connections thrive on patience and honesty. But if something feels off, if it stirs unease, doubt, or echoes of old pain, trust that too. You're allowed to protect your peace. Sometimes the strongest choice is to step back, set boundaries, and give yourself room to breathe. Not every message needs an answer. Not every reach is meant to be met. Your intuition knows what's right for you. Honor it. Relationships thrive on mutual energy, not forced timing or one-sided healing. When two people are truly aligned, open, ready, and present, there's a spark that flows effortlessly, no overthinking required. But if the scales tip, with one heart fully invested while the other wavers, it's okay to pause, to step back, and let clarity find its way. This message is all about owning your power. You're not here to linger in uncertainty or shoulder someone else's hesitation. You're here to grow, to give and receive love, to forge connections that feel equal, vibrant, and real. Whether you choose to welcome this person's return or walk your own path, the choice is yours, and it's sacred. Whatever you decide, you're held by the universe. You deserve love that's clear, intentional, and meets you right where you are. So, take a deep breath, root yourself in your worth, and let your next step flow from confidence and self-respect, not fear or pressure. The universe is guiding you, whispering that you're never alone. If this resonates, if it brings you peace or perspective, I'm grateful. That's the heart of this message, to shine light and foster connection. If you feel moved to support this kind of guidance, a super thanks or subscription keeps the flow going, sending you love, strength, and quiet encouragement. Trust your heart. You'll know what to do when the moment comes. Until next time, take care. You're shining.